Hey Matt,
Hey,
why does God allow people to suffer, especially good people?
okay, this is such a difficult question, and maybe we'll do a bigger video at some point. But the truth is, I cannot fully answer this question. I can give you a couple of theological ideas, or I can give you a pastorally sensitive answer, but no single answer, I think, fully explains this question. People have wrestled with this through the centuries. Many people, when they talk about suffering, will go to the book of Job. Job's a guy that suffers really, really deeply. I don't think, however, that the book of Job gives us an answer into why God allows suffering. You get to the end and you never really find out why God allowed it. You're kind of just left with this question that God poses to Job, and therefore through Job to us, which is, will you trust me? Will you trust that I'm good? Will you trust that I see things that you don't? Will you trust that I am a loving God and that I know what I'm doing? And that's a really hard thing to get your head around when you're in something that feels really difficult. Will you trust him? There are a few passages in the Bible that do come to mind when I think about this. And one of them is the story of the wheat and the weeds that Jesus tells. So he tells a story about a farmer that goes out and sows wheat. And then in the night, his enemy comes and sows weeds in the field, and then over time both of them start growing up, and the farmer's servants say to him, "Hey, your enemy has sown weeds in the field. Do you want us to go and pull them all up?" And the farmer says to his servants, no, leave the wheat and the weeds, because I don't want you to pull up the weeds and uproot the wheat at the same time, killing it. He says, we'll leave it till harvest. We'll harvest it all, and then we'll separate the good and the bad at that point. I think sometimes bad things happen in our world, and it feels like God isn't doing anything about it, but God is. God is allowing those things to grow up, and when he comes again in his glory, at that great white throne of judgment where he brings justice for those that have been hurt, he will separate the good and bad, and he will bring the good in to goodness, and the bad he will push out and he will do away with. I think for me, when I think about suffering, I take solace in the fact that we have a Saviour who's not disconnected from our suffering. We have a God that got down off of his throne. He came and stood in the pain with us, and he died the most excruciating death by the hands of humans that he came to save. He died on the cross. He knows our suffering, and he endured it with us. But he rose again from the tomb, and he ascended into heaven, giving us hope that God is doing something about our suffering. He is bringing in a new creation, a new heavens and a new earth, that those of us who put our hope in him will eventually step into with him.